foundation of all language skills. However, many EFL students face difficulties in mastering vocabulary due to limited exposure to English outside the classroom. Traditional teaching methods often focus on memorization, which leads to boredom and low motivation. Therefore, I believe that TikTok, with its engaging and contextual short videos, can serve as an innovative tool to help students learn vocabulary more effectively. Knowledge, understanding words, and productive knowledge using them in communication. TikTok next conceptual framework. This research consists of two main variables. The independent variable is the use of TikTok videos, and the dependent variable is students' vocabulary mastery. The learning process includes watching TikTok videos, identifying new vocabulary, discussing the meaning, and reinforcing learning through exercise and test. And the next research design. This study uses a quasi-experimental design, specifically N1 group, pretest and post-test design. Students will take a post-test to measure their initial vocabulary levels, their desired treatment using TikTok videos, and finally take a post-test. The difference between pretest and post-test score will show the effectiveness of using TikTok in vocabulary learning. And the next analysis of data. The students' vocabulary test will be scored using the formula. Scores are classified as excellent, very good, and so on. The data will be analyzed using a 5-second test and SPSS with a significance level of 0.05 to determine whether TikTok has a significant effect on vocabulary mastery.
So I will comment on some shortcomings in the previous presentations. Okay, the first is the presenter did not fully master the material being presented. Why? Because ketika menjelaskan, pemateri hanya berfokus pada PowerPoint. Saat menjelaskan PowerPoint, pemateri hanya fokus pada apa yang ada di dalam PowerPoint tanpa berbalik ke audiens dan menjelaskan secara gamblang apa yang dimaksud di setiap poinnya. And the second is pronunciation was unclear. Pemateri saat ada beberapa pronunciation yang audiens kurang jelas menangkap apa yang disampaikan oleh pemateri. And then the third is intonation and volume was lacking. Intonasi dan volume dari pemateri itu kurang jelas atau kurang menekankan pada setiap hal-hal yang penting atau kata yang penting, dan volumenya juga masih belum begitu maksimal, sehingga audiens yang berada di belakang kurang menangkap atau kurang jelas mendengarkan apa yang disampaikan oleh pemateri. Okay, the fourth is body language and eye contact. Body language yang ditampilkan masih kurang mendukung penyampaian materi, sehingga apa yang disampaikan terhadap audiens terasa kurang hidup. And eye contact yang kurang optimal terhadap audiens membuat interaksi agak terasa jauh. Disarankan untuk lebih rileks dan gestur tangan yang lebih natural dan ekspresi wajah yang lebih selaras dengan penyampaian materi, sehingga audiens merasa lebih terlibat dan suasana dalam presentasi terasa lebih menarik. Okay, maybe that's all my opinion about the presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.